story time today, and I'm actually gonna do a story time about the time that I went to New York when I was younger, my whole modeling career, when I just thought like this was gonna be life. I thought this was just gonna be it. Like, I just thought my career was about to take off. Get into this story time.
Bad bitches play, real niggas step this way. Ain't no average in this thing, I'm bossed up in this thing. Got these niggas going insane, only real shit move this thing. Only real shit move this thing.
Okay, so this story time is about a time that I went to New York when I was younger. I think I was like 23, I wanna say, around that age or whatever. Okay, so the backstory of this is, okay, I started modeling when I was in high school. I graduated high school in 2011, okay? You know, I went to college for like a year and a half, and I just figured like, you know, college was not for me. I was like, look, Mom, I do not know what I'm gonna do. I was telling my mom, my dad, like, like college is not for me. I wanted to come home. So I went home or whatever, and then I was still doing some modeling here and there, and it was this girl that I knew or whatever, and she was a model. She was on I think that show is called Project Runway. She was a model for that. I was modeling with her in different shows back at home and stuff like that. So that's how we grew a relationship. So I seen her just doing big shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's on like magazines and all this stuff. So, you know, I reached out to her. I was like, look, girl, I'm still trying to model. I need help. Can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah, girl, I got you. She was like, you know what you need to do? You need to come to New York. And I'm like, New York? And I'm like, okay, well, I always wanted to move to New York. Like, I wanted to move to New York for the longest. Like, I was so pressed. I was like, yes, I need to move to New York. No, my career is about to take off, okay? I just knew it. I just knew it. Like, I just knew it. So, okay. So I tell my parents, and I remind you, I'm like 23 or whatever, 22. I don't know, 22, 23. Here, it's a model home where models stay, and you know, you live there rent-free. So you can stay there or whatever, and you just do your castings and just run around the city doing what you need to do. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is like a great opportunity. I'm so pressed, I'm excited. Telling my sister, my parents or whatever, my friends. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to move to New York, y'all. I've got this shit going on. I'm about to be doing it big, you know what I'm saying? And so it's crazy because my parents didn't even question me. And I'm like, my parents is like really overprotective of their kids. And especially me being the baby and stuff, like, you know, they always was real cautious of what I did, kind of. So I'm telling my parents, I'm like, please, I want to go up there. I got a great opportunity. I got a place to live. You know, I'm going to be working, whatever. And at this time, I had like a little job or whatever. So I told my job, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to leave. And I just told them I'm about to leave for like a month or whatever. I'm going to do New York Fashion Week. Because she told me, girl, you're going to be in New York Fashion Week. It's just selling me the dream, okay? So I'm like, okay, I'll be in New York Fashion Week. I'm da-da-da-da. And then, yeah, I told my parents, and it was like, I was like, I need y'all to drive me up there. Like, I'm moving there. Like, I need to pack all my shit, and I need to go. And they just like, I don't know about, you know, driving. They didn't feel like driving up there or whatever the case was. And I'm like, well, I can get on a mega bus, you know what I'm saying? Get on a bus and get up there. So my parents was like, okay, well, cool. You can get on a bus, you know, whatever. So I packed all my stuff up. My mom helped me. I just remember this shit like it was yesterday. Like, oh, y'all. So I was just so excited. Like, I just knew this was like my opportunity to move and really live out my dreams. So I packed all my stuff, you know, the days was counting down. Like, yeah, girl, I'm getting things together. She's like, okay, cool. And the day has finally came. The day has came where I have to go to New York by myself. You know me, I always been that type of girl that just loved to live out my dream, very adventurous. Like, I ain't care, like, you know what I'm saying? I did not care. Like, no one could tell me I wasn't gonna be a big star, and I'm still gonna be a big star one day. it's coming. So I was just like, no, like, this is meant for me or whatever. So the day came and I was just like kind of sad and scared, like, oh my God, I'm really about to move to New York. I'm terrified by myself, whatever. And I think before then I only went to New York probably like, shit, I don't know, I don't think I went to New York that many times before this situation. And so I already knew, like, fast pace, fast life, whatever, I'm gonna have to be on my shit. So everything happens. My parents, my sister, we get in the car, you know, they drive me to the train station, whatever. I say my goodbyes to them and everything, and I'm just like, oh my God, y'all, this is it. I am on the bus. It's time to go. So I'm texting my friend, and this was a guy friend at the time. He went to school with me or whatever. And I'm texting him like, yeah, I'm on my way. He's just like, you know, make sure you're safe, da da da. So I'm just texting him the whole time. And so I had no clue where I was going. I didn't know the address. I just didn't know anything, y'all. Like, I did not know nothing. And this is where you go wrong. I know it's a lot of females out here. I'm actually making this video to tell you guys to be careful. Like, I know a lot of young girls want to be models, and you know, they'll take any opportunity they can to live out their dream, and they think that people have the best interest in them, but they really don't. So I get up there, well, actually when I'm on the bus, she's telling me that someone's gonna meet me where the bus drops me off, and you know, they're gonna meet you there, whatever. She's like, I can't come because I'm doing something right now, whatever. So they are rushing me. So she tells me that the person's like asking where I am, or I don't know if I had their number. I think I had their number at this time or something, and they text me like, oh, where are you? So my bus was running late. It was just taking forever to get there. So my bus running late, they asking me where I'm at. So I'm like, you know, there's nothing I can do. I'm not driving the bus, my nigga. Like, wait. So I finally get there, whatever, and I get off the bus, and it's still daytime at this point. Yeah, so it's still daytime. And so I hop out, you know, the bus or whatever. So I'm calling her like, who am I looking for? I don't know who I'm supposed to be meeting to pick me up and take me to the house. So she's like, oh, I'm about to call them, see where they at, da da da. So she calls them, see where they are, and they finally pulled up, y'all. They finally pulled up. So they pulled up. Two dudes in the car, in this SUV type truck or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why these niggas picking me up? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So let's say, okay, whatever. So these two dudes obviously have something to do with the model home. So basically what it is, these dudes, they provide food, shelter, whatever for the models to live, you know, live rent free, for they can, you know, do what they need to do with agencies and stuff. So I found that out. So I get in the car and I'm like, okay, they like, I mean, they didn't really speak to me, y'all. Like, they just like, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying, whatever, cool. They was like, yeah, you know, going to the house, and they was like, oh, are you hungry? And I was like, yeah, or whatever, because by this time, I'm hungry, y'all. Like, I'm hungry. So by this time, you know, we driving. So we driving through Manhattan or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, I gotta make a stop. And I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, I need to pick up my jewelry, da da da. So I'm like, all right, okay. I mean, I'm not really saying nothing. I just told her like, okay, I'm in the car, you know, whatever. So as we're driving and he's saying he gotta make a stop, so we do that. So we stop in like the city, and it's like this jewelry, I don't know if he went into a jewelry store. It was like a jewelry stand. So he's buying something. I'm just sitting outside like this on my phone, like texting, like, you know, I said my male friend or whatever. I'm texting him like, oh my God, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just a little confused. And so we finally leave there, and he was like, okay, we're on our way to the house, you know, so you can drop your stuff off, get comfortable, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. And as we're driving, they're arguing. They start arguing like, yeah, I always provide all the food. You know, I gotta pay the bills for these models. We gotta get them food. Like, I don't know, they was arguing about something. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, what did I get into? This is not how I thought things was gonna go. So I'm like, okay, what did I get myself into? So we're driving. They're speeding. So we going through the city, whatever. So we finally pull up to the house. So you know New York is those, like, I don't know, them brownstones or whatever. I don't know. So we pull up, but where we pull up we are in Spanish Harlem. So we in Spanish Harlem, whatever. I still don't know the damn address to where I am. I have no idea who these dudes are. I don't know the address. I don't know anything. I just know I got my suitcases. I'm thinking I'm about to model. I think, you know, because I already had, like, she sold me a lot of dreams and shit. So I'm thinking, you know, this is a good position to be in to get things done. And remind you, I didn't have a portfolio. Like, I had no pictures. I had nothing, y'all. Nothing. I go in the house. Well, okay, so the New York, I guess this is apartment, New York apartment, whatever. They don't have elevators. Some don't, I don't know. So this one didn't have an elevator. So I had this big suitcase with me. And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't help take my shit. I really don't think they did. Maybe they did. I don't remember. But I remember going up the stairs with all my shit. And it was like on the 3rd, 4th floor. Or it might have been 5th floor. I don't know. But it was a long ways up. So I get in there. And you walk in. It's like 2 sides. And one side got like all these rooms. And then the living room. And then another side got the bathroom, the kitchen, and then another room. So they show me to my room. I'm on the side where the kitchen is. So I go in there and it's bunk beds. I guess that's how everybody say it, bunk beds. That's how I say it, bunk beds or whatever. So we got these bunk beds, whatever. And I'm sleeping, I'm supposed to sleep on one. This other girl, she got her space, she on the other side. And I think it's just 2 of us. So, you know, we sleeping at the bottom. She's on that side, I'm on the side. So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, like, this is it? Y'all, the mattress was like this fucking thin. Like, the mattress was so thin. No I don't even know if it had covers on it, whatever. So I'm just looking like, ew, like, what is this? Whatever. So by that time, I don't know. But basically, I met this other, so okay, well, let me tell you about the girl in the room. So the girl in the room with me, she was a Caucasian girl. She was a model. I believe she said I don't know if she was signed or what, but you know, she was doing jobs and booking jobs and stuff. Cool. So she was, I mean, she was cool and everything, but I don't know about her. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, and I'm getting situated and stuff. I kept my stuff in the suitcase because I didn't have no dresser, y'all. I didn't have anything, like, I don't know. So I'm just confused or whatever. So I go out in like the living room area and I just sit down for a second. I told my family I made it there, whatever. So they're like, okay, call us if you need me, you know, call us if you need us or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And I don't know, I kind of just I broke down and started crying. Like, I cried because it was just the unknown for me. Like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what was gonna be the next step of this. Like, I didn't have any money. I had like a couple dollars to my name. I didn't have shit, really. So I sat down and I started crying. And I cried and I called my sister, like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I just felt very uncomfortable and something just felt off to me. Like, it just didn't feel right. Didn't feel right at all to me. And I pick up on vibes really easily. I know a lot of you can pick up on vibes, so you know what I mean. So it was just like, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. Okay, so fast forward, I meet this other girl. It's a lot of girls in this house, y'all. It's like 5 rooms, probably, like a lot of girls. So I meet this other girl. She's from, I think, Virginia Beach or something. And me and her clicked. And we clicked because we both was in the same position, not knowing what's going on or whatever. And I think she was like a mixed girl. I don't know what, I don't know. But she was real cool. So we clicked because we both was from VA. And we're like, yeah, you from VA, I'm from VA. Let's stick together, you know what I'm saying? So we clicked and we kind of was like holding on to each other, like, okay, we're gonna be each other's partners, like we're gonna have each other's back or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he, the guy, whatever, I don't know, but they told me, okay, later tonight we gotta go out, we're going out to this soccer game or something. And I'm just like, huh? Soccer game? What? They was like, make sure you're dressed or whatever. I don't know, child. I don't know if we was going to the soccer game or the club. I think it was both. I don't know, because one night we did this. I don't know if this is the same night, but I'm just telling you about both situations or events or whatever. Party every night, whatever. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'll be ready or whatever. I'll be ready. So as the night, you know, went on, I don't even know what I ate, y'all. I was so scared. I don't know. I didn't even eat anything. Like, I swear the whole time I was there, I did not eat. Like, we'll get to that. But so I got dressed or whatever, and it was getting later, and it started getting dark. So I guess the dude's about to pull up. So we all, you know, getting ready, whatever. Yo, why when I went to go take a shower, it was no hot water? No hot water. No hot water. How do y'all shower with no hot water? Like, I mean, we all had done it in our lives. I mean, I know I have back in the day when things was rough and you had to do what you had to do. But like in this situation, like you got all these girls in the house. We supposed to be models. We supposed to be taking care of ourselves, and we can't have hot water when we need to get dressed. It's not adding up to me. So that was strike 1. I'm like, okay, like what is going on here? So I'm like crying, y'all. Like I'm in tears. Like I'm just like, oh my God, because I'm really young. Like I didn't know. So whatever, I washed up, took a little bird bath, whatever you want to call it, for what's coming next. Lord, girl, what did you get yourself into? What did you get yourself into, child? $1 in a damn dream. Okay, so after that, so I cried or whatever, and we got ready. We went downstairs, and so we all outside, whatever. And then the girl that told me to come, she finally pulled up. So she pulled up, well, she walked up. She wasn't even driving. So she walked up, and I'm like, oh my God, hey, like, you know, I'm here. What's going on? She's like, oh, you good, you good. We about to go to, I don't know, we was about to go to the club. I think the club, no. We was going to dinner. So this is the night we was going to dinner. We was going to dinner first. So we go to dinner. So we get in the car with these dudes. So we get in the car with these dudes. The car is packed. I think I had to sit like squished, but I was squished by the door or whatever. Car's packed. Y'all, we are zooming through New York like fast and the furious. Like zooming. Then I think we end up in Jersey. I don't know. But we was just zooming around the city. Finally get to dinner, and it's a real nice restaurant, but like I can't remember everything, but little stuff is coming back to me where it was weird, because at dinner they like would split us up. So the girl that me and her was like connecting, they took us apart, and she had to go sit at another table. I had to go sit at another table. I don't know, y'all. It was just weird, like so weird. And if this fancy restaurant, I seen actors and famous people was in there, whatever. I don't know. So I don't eat If you know me, you know I don't be with that fancy. I'm not really a fancy girl like that. Like I can get, you know what I'm saying, in my bag where I'm fancy and shit. But I don't like all that high-end restaurant food. Absolutely not. They give you like little things and it's, I was not eating that shit. I was like, where is the chicken at? Where's the chicken? Where the steak? Where the lobster? Where the seafood? Like, where is the food at? And I don't know if they was feeding us this because we're models and we can't really eat a lot that they say. I'm not that type of model. I eat. I don't even gain weight, bro. Like, where is the food at? I'm hungry at this point. I need food. Let's take a shot because this story is crazy, y'all. I don't know. Do say? Oh, it's wicked. Okay, it was 3 situations. I don't know which ones, like if they happen every night. I can't remember. But one incident, we went to a soccer game. And this was pretty cool. I was cool with this. So me and a girl was together or whatever. Like everything we did, we didn't pay for shit, y'all. Like we ain't pay for shit. Like everything was free, cool, like free. Who ain't gonna love that shit? Living the life, y'all. Like, I don't know if that's the life you want to live. Cool. Wasn't for me. But we at the soccer game, so we're in like the sky box. So, and you know, they bring you food, you can eat. So this is the time they had a lot of food. So I'm eating, me and a girl eating. We go outside, we get drinks, blah, 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 like everything cool. So that was that. That night was cool. You know, we went back home, everything was fine. And then another situation, what wraps up pretty much the story. Oh my God. So we went to the club one night, and this is with the shoe situation. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with my shoe. I just wore the wrong heels. Like my strap had broke and I had no other shoes. I had to wear like sandals or some shit. I don't know. So we get in the club, whatever. And I guess the guy that is our leader or master or whatever you want to call this dude. I don't know what he thought he was, but we get in the club. So all the girls, you know, we all dressed up, da da da. We in this section, a bottles on deck, a. So, you know, after a while you in the club, you know what I'm saying, you want to sit the fuck down. Your feet hurt at this point, like you trying to sit down. It's like, but I don't know, I think I had on fucking sandals. Yeah, I did. So I sat down. The girls looked at me, y'all. They was like, why are you sitting down? And I'm like, what do you mean while I'm sitting down? I want to sit the fuck down. They was like, no, if you sit down, he's gonna see you, he's gonna be mad, da, da, da. Get up, get up. And they like dancing, like trying to fake it and shit. And I'm like, what? Like, bitch, fuck out my face. Like, no, what are you talking about? So come to find out, like, he don't like that shit. And I guess there was a lot of scouts in this club and like scouting models and stuff. So I'm a part of the team. So I guess I look bad on the team representing him. Child. So, you know, I'm just like, when it goes left, he comes over and be like, whisper in my ear, like, what the fuck is you doing? You got on sandals, you don't have no heels on, there's scouts in here, you making me look bad, blah blah blah. Did this nigga just say I'm making him look bad? First of all, I'm the baddest in this motherfucker. Like, don't get it twisted, my nigga. Like, I'm the baddest. Like, I was about to be on my New York shit, like, my nigga, like, what are you saying? But so I'm like, no, like, and I'm looking at him like, what? And I literally did just like that, like, what? One thing about me, I don't back down from no smoke. Like, I always been like that. Well, I ain't always been like that, but as I got older, I just, like, I don't play. Like, you're not gonna play with me. I don't care who you are, you're not gonna play with me. So I'm like, whatever. I brush him off, and then next thing I know, he like, let's go, all of us, let's go, let's go. So we left, get in the car and get home. So when we pull up to the house, I get out the car, you know what I'm saying? And the girl that I'm close with, she get out the car too. And he tells her, nah, get back in the car with me. We going somewhere. And I'm like, and we both looked at each other like, no. Like, I didn't want her to leave. I didn't know what he was going to do to her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. So I'm like, damn, bro. Like, she gone with this nigga. So she dumped. I was like, no, nigga, what the fuck? So, I go in the house, and I'm just like over it at this point, y'all. I'm just so over it. I go to sleep. The next day I wake up, I'm like, yeah, like, what happened to you? Like, what did they do? Where'd you go? And she's like, oh, we just went to another club, whatever. It was fine. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, you know, I'm hungry. Do you want to go eat? Let's go talk or whatever. So we walk into like Target. We went to Target. Then we found like this little restaurant. We sat in and ate. And I was just talking to her, and we were just talking like, what is this? Like, it's just so confusing, you know, whatever. And then, y'all, I had to make a decision. I was like, should I continue to like be here? It's just not the way that I imagine myself like living or living out my dreams or being successful in this type of way. Like, it just wasn't right. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing because this story is fucking old. It's old as shit. But it was just like, if you was there, you would have felt how I felt. It was so crazy, y'all. Like, it just felt like these niggas was trying to pimp us out and sell us, like really sell us. Because I think one girl was messing with him. I don't know, it was just too much. So I told her, look, this shit is not, I don't know. Like, she was like, yeah, I don't know either. Child, I called my sister. I was like, hey, like, you need to book me a bus home because I'm ready to go. Like, I can't do this shit. This is not it. Get me home. She booked my ticket and I got the fuck, y'all. Like, I packed up so quick. I packed my shit up. I had to go down and I didn't tell nobody I was leaving. Like, I didn't tell nobody. I just got my shit, got the fuck out on that bus. Woo! I was so happy to be on that bus and get the fuck out of New York, y'all. I tell you, like, that shit was so fucking scary. Like, so scary. So my point of this story is, y'all, like, as a female, as a young female, I mean, don't matter what age you are, but please be careful out here. I understand a lot of us want to be so successful and we are dedicated and love our dreams and really want to push that shit and really do whatever it takes. But doing whatever it takes is not always good and necessary. It's doing what's right for you. Make shit work for your lifestyle and what you can do on your own, and the people that love you and support you can help you with. Just don't go out here trusting these girls or guys telling you they can make you a superstar overnight and, you know, selling you dreams. Like, don't do it. And thank God that I was safe and I made it back home, and, you know, I wasn't hurt or anything, but I don't know what would happen to me if I would have stayed there, because the vibe was very weird. It was giving me sell these bitches type of vibe, do whatever you want to do with them because they live under your roof type vibe. Wasn't for me. So just please be cautious out there, and that's it. Like, just make sure you guys really be safe, because shit is really spooky out here, and I'm pretty sure it's still happening today. It's probably even worse now. So just really be cautious and understand that your talent will take you far. Like, you don't have to put yourself in crazy situations and stuff like that and have somebody have your dream in their hand and controlling it. Because no, it's your dream, you control it, you do what you got to do to get to that level where you want to see yourself at. So that's that story time. The time that I went to New York and thought I was going to be a superstar overnight, but it was giving trafficking vibes. I wasn't feeling it. Like and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, and I'll be back with some more story times. this was my first story time. I don't know how I did, but you know, drop a comment below and let me know if you want some more story times, because y'all, my life is crazy. I got plenty of stories I can tell you, like plenty. So I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.